Hello, my name is Modern and welcome back to another New World video. Today I will be taking a look at my Predator build guide that uses bows and spears to perforate your enemies at any range. If you like to keep a low profile while still zooming around the battlefield to make Swiss cheese out of your enemies, this build guide is for you. I will be going over skills and attributes, armor, jewelry, weapons, consumables, gems and gameplay at the end. This build allows you to continuously dish out high amounts of damage at any range while giving you multiple in and outs. Your bow is good at poking down and bursting targets, while giving you the option to quickly move around the battlefield and disengage targets to vanish into the unknown. Your spear helps you with sustained DPS in extended fights, while also providing you with buffs and debuffs for your enemies to level the playing field versus heavy armor users. Light armor and high amounts of dex provide you with insane amounts of mobility due to our dodge roll and weapon swap cancels. This build focuses heavily on exploiting openings and mistakes enemies make to provide you with the best hunting experience possible. Getting behind enemy lines and picking off squishy targets while disrupting their backline is essential for your team, and it should not be underestimated. But beware. Getting caught between enemy lines spells death. Now, expeditions and PvE content demand a different kind of approach. Enemies do not fear you. We are forced to use a combination of heavy and medium armor to let us help with taking hits. But this also means they do not run away. Now, want to support me? Don't forget to like and subscribe to make a bigger number go even bigger. You can also follow me on Twitch to catch me streaming New World, Lost Ark and many other games. My skills are fairly straightforward. We pick up Evade, Poison and Penetrating Shot. We max out all our abilities except the Poison Shot. The additional perks are just not worth it and are better invested somewhere else. For wars and large scale battles we are going to switch out Evade Shot for Rain of Arrows while picking up Barbed Arrows and Hooked Arrows to provide our team with additional utility. The Hunter tree provides us with a multitude of damage increases, while the Skirmisher tree is the source for multiple haste buffs. Because of this, dodge rolling is an essential part of our kit. We need to utilize it regularly to apply a damage increase and multiple haste buffs to our character with evasive tactics, dodge and weave, and archer speed. Unbreakable focus in the hunter tree provides us with additional damage reduction while battling ranged foes, and arrow range practically negates drop off at close to medium ranges. All other perks are damage increases. Looking at my spear skills, we are greeted with a bit of an unorthodox setup. We pick up Skewer, Perforate and Sweep while maxing out all of them. This skill setup is not about creating openings ourselves, but exploiting, punishing and taking advantage of mistakes the enemy makes. Once we establish a slight advantage in a fight, we can hunt down our prey with meticulous precision. We want our foes to run away. We want them to fear us. Why? Let me show you. Perforate applies Rend, while giving us additional damage absorption per successful hit. Skewer applies a stacking Bleed and Enfeeble, which makes them deal less damage. We additionally have Sweep to punish bad moves and extend openings for our Perforate. Applying any hits snowballs the fight in our direction. Aggressive maneuvers, invigorating crits and strong conditioning make sure we do not run out of steam. Deadly Reach, precise jabs and exposed wounds all buff our crit rate, and critting activates exacerbating crits, which increases the duration of our debuffs and bleeds even more. This applies a lot of pressure on our enemy. Our range, fast agile playstyle with multiple haste buffs and dots as well as debuffs let you become a predator. Our attributes are straightforward. We always run at least 300 dex and 100 con in PvP and at least 50 con in PvE using medium armor. This might change with mutators demanding more constitution with the upcoming patch, but for PvP I would always recommend 150 constitution at the start to get used to the playstyle. Once you know how to dodge, feign and punish mistakes, we can safely move down to 100 constitution. Armor is next. We are running a light setup for PvP with a medium chest and a fist damage reduction focus. Prioritize getting constitution with the sentry mod or dexterity with the ranger mod. Getting gear with a con dex split is also fine, but we do not want more than 4 con pieces, so keep that in mind. The dex split one can be searched for with the Brigand mod. Next up we prioritize our perks. Grab Fortifying Perforate and Enfeebling Skewer on your gear. Then go for Resilient and then get Energizing Evade Shot. The first two are essential for our build and will make you much stronger. You can also grab Bleeding Sweep, but it's not a priority. Getting your Resilient mods is much more important. As far as your weapons go, aim for as much dexterity and gear score as possible. Grab Keen plus Vicious if possible, but Keen plus any mod from the list is good to go. Lifestealing, Keenly Empowered, Keen Speed, Enchanted and Keenly Jagged are all fine for a second or third mod. As for jewelry, I would recommend running even more physical reduction ones, with a dexterity attribute focus. This one can also be searched for with the Ranger mod. Health and stamina recovery on your amulet are both great mods, with alacrity and refreshing being a good candidate for a third mod. Earrings pair nicely with the nimble mod, which would be a priority here. Regenerating or any toast perk is also a welcome one. Refreshing is also great for a second or third mod. As for your ring slot, grab Keen Awareness as a priority mod. Hearty and thrust damage comes after, so those two should be your second and third. Next up are consumables and the gems. Ammo is the most essential and sadly the most expensive part of playing a bow build. I personally just use an iron or steel arrow for PvE content and one regular orichalcum arrow for PvP, since you do not consume any arrows in instanced PvP and duels. This singular orichalcum arrow still provides you with all the benefits of using an orichalcum arrow, so a 1.2 modifier to our damage. Infused health potions and regeneration potions are also a very good investment, but you can also opt in for a stack of hearty meals instead of regeneration potions to save on some cash. I personally also like to use weak honing stones for some additional damage. I would not recommend going with the better ones since they increase in price exponentially while not giving you much more damage. As for buff food, I would recommend using dexterity food. I would personally not recommend using buff food for Outpost Rush, but Wars and later down the line Mutators, good to go. Now you're probably thinking, man, I ain't no rich boy. Well, you don't have to be, because the winter event is offering you scaling buff food for just 2 winter tokens per piece. Scaling, yes, the shop offers you 1 dexterity point, but when you buy it, it gets to 33 dexterity for 25 minutes. So a little bit less stats and duration, but much less expensive. Gems are also an easy one. For your weapons, use opal gems for additional damage when you're not on full stamina, which we will be all the time. As far as gear goes, opal gems are great versus heavy elemental team comps, but given the popularity of physical weapons, I would highly recommend going with obsidian or diamond gems. Now let's move on to combos. All the basic ones can be found in my ultimate guide to archery, and those do not change for this guide. So first, I will go over PvE. Your bread and butter combo here is going to be light attack into ability into dodge. And repeat. Open with Perforate and then Skewer as well as Sweep. Rinse and repeat. Need to retreat, dodge back, evade shot, light attack, ability, light attack into ability, into dodge roll, into melee engage. Need to stay at range, dodge heavy, rinse and repeat. Weave in your light attack ability combos whenever you are ready. Now let's comment a bit about PvP. Our playstyle is based around all the previously mentioned things. We punish mistakes, feign and fake engagements to bait out moves and abilities so we can safely engage in battle. PvP isn't as straightforward as PvE and is highly dependent on what is currently going on. Now that sums up my build. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitch to catch me streaming Lost Ark, New World and different other games. So, hope to see you next time and bye.